Hi. Off late, are you feeling stressed, worried, or scared? Many a times, are you sad, angry, or irritated? And also, do you find it difficult to sleep, focus, or relax? Fact is, you're not alone. Mind you, this virus has not just come after our physical health, but it also has attacked our mental health. It definitely is a cause of worry for not just India where I live, but around the world. Because mind you, if you are in India, like how we are recovering and trying a level best to recover from this second wave, there are countries who must have already recovered from probably the second, third, or fourth wave. There are many countries who are waiting for the second, third, unfortunately, for even the worst to come. When I went for my first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, it was called Covishield. And I think for many of us, in fact, for every one of us, just like how I took Covishield, we need a stress shield as well. Mind you, I'm no perfect. I've had all those swings and turns of variations of emotions that I spoke of in the beginning of the video. I'm human. You're human. We have our ups and downs, and we need to acknowledge those feelings, especially when we are spiraling around those negative feelings. I remember how hearing news of a very, very close friend, one of my best friends, shook me, broke me, and drove me down the spiral. That's when I had to also catch hold of myself, get a grip on my thoughts and moods, and work my way upwards. A lot of what I'm going to be sharing to you, ways in which you can build your stress shield, are things that I've tried on my own. I've worked, I've fought, and have come out. And mind you, it's not just a one-time victory, but it's a continuous fight for me, and it's going to be a continuous fight for you as well. That's in fact one of the reasons why I want to start off by making you aware of one important factor. I read this in a book which had the most profound influence in my life, where it is important for me to understand what lies within my circle of influence and also what is out there in the circle of concern. That's when I heard the news of my friend, as broken, sad, angry, and helpless as I felt for days. I could not do anything. I just couldn't sit. Even idle, it was difficult for me to even sleep. That's when I asked this question to myself. Can I do anything about it? If me sitting and worrying and feeling helpless, will it change anything there? The answer was no. Can I pray to God with wholeheartedness, with utter sheer faith that God heals him? The answer was yes. That's where I started following things that are within my control. Ask this question to yourself as well. Can you do anything about your worries that you have right now? If the answer is yes, find a solution to those worries. If the answer is no, worrying is not going to solve the global problem of this pandemic at all. Circle of influence is where we need to work on, not dwell in the circle of concern. Another important thing that I had to do was ask this question to myself: what is the source of my worry apart from the disturbing fact that my friend is fighting for his life and I'm sure he's going to come out victorious? Another factor was the access to information that I gave. Information is good. We need to have valid, adequate information, because the minute it becomes an obsession, it becomes poisonous. When you open your doors to information, Are you getting what you need, or are you getting a lot more than what you need? Whether it is from the traditional media or whether it is from social media. Cut anything that is overdoing and having an effect on your mind. Remember, for me, when I cut myself off and I sat idle, as difficult as it was for me, but as people say, an empty mind is devil's workshop. That's one of the reasons why I went back to one thing that I think had the most important, profound effect on me. I went back to my routine, that work that I love the most, habits, activities that I thoroughly enjoy. For me, every single day is an investment. I said to myself that even though it's a lockdown, even though we are at home, 8 hours of productivity is important. That's why I chunked those 8 hours into a 40-40-20, where 40 was application of work, whether it is training programs, planning our training programs, work, whether it's recording of those training programs, 40%. Another 40% was investing on the knowledge, encyclopedia that we all need to build in our mind. I said to myself that I'm going to go through training programs that will help me, or through me will help others. Reading that will help me as well as others. And that other 20%, I said, I'm going to invest on myself. From workout to walk, anything that's going to exhaust me and help me de-stress is important for you as well. That 40-40-20 is my equation. You decide what works for you, but that routine of keeping yourself occupied, productive is essential. Another thing, if you notice, that 20% was just part of that 8-hour rule. But apart from that 8 hours, I am the most important person for me. You are the most important person for you. Not in a narcissistic way, but in a caring way. You need to care about yourself. That's where that self-care is so instrumental in our lives. And that self-care could be as simple as just taking a shower, combing your hair, putting a nice perfume, sitting there, taking deep breaths. Or it could be that night routine that works wonders for me. A nice good shower, a facial massage for free courtesy my wife. Having a nice chamomile tea before going to bed preps me up for that. And also consuming humor is important to me. I like to laugh and hit the bed, and that's a routine that I follow in the evening as well. See, what is your self-care routine that can work for you, where you can pamper yourself, not just one day, that's your birthday, but every single day, and take good care of yourself. Another trick which is important, I think, in this lockdown, we must have heard this multiple number of times. Distance yourself. That social distancing is so important. Mind you, distancing is just physically, not in any other way. You don't have to literally socially distance yourself. Luckily, technology has enabled us to get in touch with anybody and everybody. So reach out to your close friends or even strangers. Hell, we have a group which we call as Free Minds Group, wherein we meet every Wednesday and we just talk about anything that we want. From sharing to caring to helping each other. Find or make your own Free Minds Club which works for you. Because those relationships are important. Sitting at home, you can have a world open for you. Technology has enabled that for us. Before I close, I think mindfulness and meditation has easily, hands down, been one daily routine, a ritual for me that has worked wonders. If you are a meditator or not, See if you can actually look at that and practice it daily as well. And it can work wonders for you. Lastly, when I was guilty that I'm sitting here, my friend is struggling there. There are so many people who are out there who have issues with health, financial abilities, to so many issues. I said to myself, what can I do that can help? Any kind of contribution that I can do. It's not just about money, it's time, effort. That's something that you also can do. Contribute. You can help physically. If it's safe, go do it. Be it spreading food, be it physically being there for somebody to help, or join a COVID control room. Because I think the beauty of this second wave, at least one ray of hope amongst many, is how we as citizens came together, help each other. It is truly a remarkable event to experience. If you don't want to get out, it's okay. If you have anybody who comes to your house, whether it's a delivery executive, that man or that lady who comes and picks your garbage every morning, smile, ask how they've been having a day. See if you can be a little kind to them. If you can offer water or probably a food packet, the choice is yours. And if you can't even do that, which I respect, you can always call a friend, somebody who you have not spoken, and just ask, how are you today? I was just thinking about you, so I thought, why not call? It's been such a long time since we've spoken. Or if there's somebody who you have in mind who probably a relationship that ended sour, that you would like to reconnect with, now is the time to get in touch. Mind you, my list is not exhaustive, not very lengthy. I tried my level best to source out things. Do comment and write what is it that you are doing which is building your stress shield around you. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe, hit that bell icon, support us, it'll motivate us. And for our regular viewers, if you've noticed, we've renamed our YouTube channel from our company name to Happily Enriching You, which is also a podcast, and we are going to have videos and a lot of content in that name. We also are going to start a couple of clubs in Clubhouse, which will open up as many windows and channels as possible for you to get enriched, and we will be more than happy to enrich you. Until next time, have a beautiful life. Thank you.